of shit. A piece of shit. Oh, Jake, you suck.
Hello. This is Talking to Myself. It's a podcast that I'm doing. Jake Letizia. And what's up? This is my room. This is my fucking bedroom. If you could see over there, it's dirty as shit. I'm at an all-time disgusting right now for my fucking bedroom. I cleaned up this side just so I could record this fucking thing, and people wouldn't think that I'm a goddamn monster. I mean, oh, dude. You guys should see how fucking fucked up this room gets. But the back, this whole couch, is just storage space. It really is. I mean, it's not even my couch. It's my roommate's couch. And it's just become a shelf for all of my miscellaneous trash. Which has to be frustrating for my roommate. There's no way it's not. There's no way she doesn't look into my room and see her couch covered in shit and go, oh man, I want to stab my roommate in the face. There's no way. I would, if it was my couch and it was in her room, I would probably think that from time to time. I'd be like, that fucking piece of shit. God damn it. I got to put that couch in a storage space or get a bigger apartment so I can actually fucking use it. Because it's not being used. What happens is people come over and I shift the trash to one side of the couch, and then someone will sit there while I sit on my bed that is currently, it's got a metal chair on it right now. It's got a trash can on it. It's got all my fucking laundry. It's got everything. Put it this way, if I panned the camera to the right, you guys would not respect me. The few people listening to this right now, you would go, I can't listen to this at all. I was thinking right now, this is a random dude that I don't know, and I kind of am enjoying this podcast, but now that I saw that he lives in squalor, I'm not fucking tuning in ever again. Oh, man, this is a fucking rambly start. But this is how it goes, all right? This is the first podcast of whatever this goddamn talking to myself shit's going to be. It's probably going to be mostly, for the beginning, me just looking into a camera, talking to myself. Which I'm cool with. I don't know. If anything, this will just be a fucking therapy thing for me. This will just be me venting to something for an hour so that I can get these goddamn thoughts out of my fucking head. Because I just get frustrated, man. I get frustrated. Life is frustrating. It is. You can't be alone anymore. That's really bothering me. And I guess I'm the asshole for moving to New York City and wanting moments to myself. You know what I'm talking about? I moved to the fucking most congested place in the goddamn world. Well, not in the goddamn world, but one of the most congested places in the fucking U.S. And I can't. And I'm surprised that I have no moment to myself. It's just a thing. I can't afford to live solo dolo, so you need roommates. That's how everyone survives in their 20s in New York City, is you got to have a fucking roommate. But then there's times where you're like, I just want to be by myself. I just want to be in a room with the door closed and just know that no one's around me. Just know that it's just me, and whatever I do, it's just me doing it for myself, by myself. And I miss that feeling. But when I think about it, I really never had that feeling. The only time I had that was like when I was younger and I was in my house and no one was home. And that was rare too, because my mom was a stay-at-home mom. So she never... I mean, she was in and out of the house. She ran a lot of errands. And my mom was a good mom. She took that as her full-time job. And she fucking took me where I needed to go. She ran errands. She fucking... clean the house. She did all the shit that people would shit on today. Like, I have a hard time because I tell people like, oh, my mom was a stay-at-home mom, and they immediately think that it was a forced situation. They immediately think about like, they look at me like, did she Is your dad an asshole? No, dude. She likes that life. She was like, I want to just have kids and fucking love my kids and take care of them. And I think that's admirable, man. I think it is. I think whatever you choose to be, just be that thing. If you want a fucking career, go get that fucking career. If you want to be a stay-at-home dad, fucking love the shit out of your kids. Clean the fucking house, clean the fucking dishes, you know? Make sure it's neat and tidy, and fucking give your wife a nice meal when she comes home. If you want to be a housewife, fucking do it, man. Do it. If it's your choice, then by all means do it. As long as you're not forced into a shitty situation, then I think it's good. Where am I going with this? I don't even fucking know. Dude, there's no time alone. That's what I want to talk about. Now I'm talking about fucking gender roles somehow. How the fuck did I end up here? I'm talking about there's just no time to be alone, man. There's never a time anymore. I remember I used to hang out in my room late at night, and I used to think I was alone. I used to feel so alone that I would do shit as if my parents didn't sleep right next to me. Like one night I was on just on like group chat, AIM or something like that, cuz I was in I think I was in 8th grade or something. So I was on group chat, and I start blasting the song Colt 45. You know what I'm talking about? Colt 45 and 2 zigzags. Baby, that's all we need. We can go to the park after dark. Smoke that tumbleweed. Basically, it's a song about smoking weed and just, and just fucking. That's what it's about. It's an 8th grade boy's dream of a song. It's about drugs and sex, and it's very graphic and very just like the most descriptive, dumb. It's such a fucking gross song that when you're in middle school is perfect. And I listen to it now, I'm like, why the fuck did I ever like this song? Just talking. This is just a song talking about pussy, weed, and just way too aggressive sexual acts. And that was one of my favorite songs in 8th grade. Dude, I am fucking rambling. Dude, like a goon. What am I, 10 minutes in? This is so fucking insane. Whatever, dude. This is the first one, man. This is the first fucking one. And I'm sweating my goddamn balls off. And that's what's happening. I'm fucking sweating because my apartment is too fucking hot. Anyway, what was I talking about? Being alone. Basically, I was playing Colt 45 very loudly. And in the group chat, I was bragging that I was playing it loudly. Even though they can't fucking hear it. Like, I was playing it for everyone, even though only I was hearing it. I was a dumb kid. I was fucking stupid. I guess it would have worked now if I was on Skype, because you could fucking hear it through the goddamn screen. But no, I was just playing Colt 45 and then typing the lyrics to the people in the group chat. And I was fucking killing it and loving it and just blasting the song. And I didn't realize like it was the middle of the night. I had forgotten that it was like 3 in the fucking morning, and my dad is sleeping in the room next to me having to go to work tomorrow. So I was reminded of what time it was when my dad kicked the fucking door open, and my dad is this fucking Italian goon who he comes in. He looks like me, but like hunched over. He looks like me, but like this. And he talks. He's from Italy. Came here when he was 8. So he's like, what the fuck? So he comes in and he kicks the door open, and he's standing there in his tidy whities. And he goes, "What the fuck are you doing? What are you listening to this music so loud? It's 3 in the fucking morning." And he comes up to me, and my dad would always do this thing where my dad would scare me enough where he didn't have to. My dad is not a person who would hit anybody, but he is Italian, so you think it's coming. You know what I'm talking about? Like, my dad never hit anybody, but he looks like he's gonna hit you. So my dad would do a thing where he'd start shouting, and for some reason, the Italianness of him would make me think, oh, fuck, he's gonna swing at me. So I would freak out and, go into a clinch, and then my dad would just lightly tap me on the butt with his foot. That's what he would do. He would lightly kick us in the ass. And his aggression, like the frightening nature of him, made the ass kick feel like it was hard, but it wasn't. It was like the softest. It was just like on the back of her ass. So he did that. He ran over to me, goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" I get up, I go like this, and my dad just lightly taps me on the butt, and then I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't realize how fucking late it is. And then my mom came in because she was woken up from the whole commotion, and she goes, What's going on? And I go, I'm sorry, I didn't realize my music was so loud. I forgot what time it was. I forgot what time it was. I didn't say fuck. I didn't say, hey, fucking mom, I forgot what fucking time it is, you stupid fuck. No, I just said, I forgot what time it was. I lost track of time. I didn't realize. I wasn't thinking. And, my dad did not believe that. He's like, what do you mean you don't know what time it is? Your room is 3 a.m. You listen to a fucking stripper song? He thought I was listening to he thought I was watching like a strip tease. He thought that what was happening. And even at that young age, even in 8th grade, I remember telling my dad, like, why would I be blasting a striptease? Because in my head, I was like, at that age, I had started watching porn already. So I was like, when I was young watching porn, I was too early into it to realize you could wear headphones. It really is amazing how long as a child you watch porn until you're like, oh, I could just put headphones on and I could hear what they're doing. No, instead you just have the volume silent and you're just watching the actions of it with no fucking sound. And so even I was like, what? I don't want to get caught watching that. I want to be fucking playing that at 3 a.m. If I was watching a striptease right now, I'd be very aware of the time and that you guys were right next to me in the other room. No, I was on a group chat trying to have them listen to the song magically through the internet, impossibly, and I got really into it. And I was texting the fucking lyrics and I was having a good time, and you ruined my fucking time, Dad. You know what? You ruined my goddamn time. But yeah, you can't be alone. You can't be alone, man. It's fucking weird. And it's weird how I thought I was alone a lot in my house when I was younger. I thought I would lock my door and be in my room, and I would feel like I was totally alone, even though I wasn't. And loneliness is a fucking weird thing, man. I feel it intensely sometimes. And it's a good thing and a bad thing, because it's good to be able to feel alone if you can't be alone. But that shit weighs on you, man. That shit weighs on you. And I don't know. Single in New York is fucking annoying. It really is. It's so fucking annoying. Because there's so much bullshit you gotta do. You know what I'm talking about? There's just so much. I don't know. This is the thing. I really would love to be with somebody, but I don't want to talk to anybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a hopeless romantic who doesn't want to begin a relationship. I want to just be in the middle of one. That's what I want. I don't want any of the beginning. I don't want any of the, hey, what's up? What are we doing? Hey, how's it going? Does this person like me? Do they not? Like, I'm done with those thrills. I just want to meet somebody and us both mutually go, oh, we've been dating for 4 months. I would like to jump 4 months into a relationship immediately. Because at 4 months, you know each other enough to have kind of a thing going where you don't need to do small talk or like bullshit talk anymore. It's just, hey, I kind of know you a good amount. Hey, I kind of know you a good amount. We're still learning things. We're consistently having sex and just having a good time and enjoying each other's company. And in 2 months from now, we'll think about, are we in love with each other or not? We'll decide we're not, and then we'll break up. Like, I want that 4 to 6 months period. I want that 2-month sweet spot of a relationship, and that's it. That's what I want. Because I don't like drinking anymore. I'm done, man. I've spent too much time and money on alcohol hoping I'll meet somebody, you know? Because whether we'd like to admit it or not, that's why we go out. It's true. I think that's true for 100% of people. You go to a bar at night with friends, by yourself, whatever you do, because even if you tell yourself, oh, it's because, oh, I just want to have a drink or two, just want to have fun, you're secretly thinking in the back of your head, oh, I hope somebody talks to me. Because for some reason, we're wired to think like, oh, someone's going to change my life tonight. I could meet the love of my life. And you can, but you won't. You know what I'm saying? We invest so much time. It's gambling. It's fucking gambling. We're rolling the dice on the night. And we're hoping, we're putting ourselves out there. We're putting ourselves in a position where something can happen. But most of the time, we're not going to make the effort, or the universe isn't going to lend itself to changing your life on that night. But that's the thing too. It's so much of it is getting yourself in the position, but then being aware enough and like unlazy enough to make something happen. And right now I like going out to a bar. I like being in that environment. But if somebody doesn't end up talking to me, I don't end up talking to anybody else. I do not like going up to people. It makes me uncomfortable, man. What am I supposed to say? That's what I always think. Because sometimes I'm alone at a bar, right? And I don't want to be talked to. I don't. I kind of want to just sit there and be quiet, have a drink, think about life, and then go get a quesadilla and go the fuck home. That's what I want to do for the night. So if I see somebody with a friend alone, I assume that they don't want to be bothered. You know? And especially for women. Women get bothered so fucking often that I don't want to be another dude bothering them. You know what I'm saying? But then that's a bullshit thing too, because everyone wants to be bothered by someone they want to be bothered by. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't want to be bothered, but if somebody comes up to me and I look at them and go, holy fuck, this girl, and she starts talking to me, I'm going to talk to her all fucking night. That's the thing, is we want the person we want to start talking to us. We don't want the person, there's 90% of people we want to just leave us the fuck alone. And there's the 10% of people that were like, yeah, I hope they talk to me. That's the dance you do in the bar. You know what I'm talking about? You get to the bar, you look around, you start doing Tinder in your fucking brain. You start swiping left and right on people you're looking at. You start going, no, yeah. Well, I hope maybe she'll talk to me. Maybe I'll talk. I hope we have words back and forth. And then you start looking at people and they start looking at you and you're like, are they looking at me? Is something going to happen? That happened to me last night, man. And that's the fucked. I was at a bar last night. I went to a friend's party. Or a friend who was going to a party invited me to the party as well. I didn't know the people. It was a situation where my good friend was going and he doesn't like parties, so he's like, dude, come with me and be my backup. And I was like, yes, all right. So basically we were just sitting there to ourselves, talking to each other, and not letting the anxiety of a loud fucking bar with people just like, what's up? We're not letting the anxiety of that control us, you know? We're just trying to hang out and only participate if we want to. And there was a birthday party, a separate one that we had nothing to do with. I don't even know where the birthday party was happening that we were supposed to be a part of. I think it was at the other fucking end of the bar. It was one of those circular bars where there's two sides to it. I think it was on the other side of the fucking circle. We were just fucking against the wall being like, yeah, man, this is not so bad. I don't want to really kill myself too bad right now. But we were both sitting there, and I was just like thinking about how fucking loud the bar was and how like I didn't really want to talk to anybody. And I was just thinking like, am I really this bitter of a fucking human being? Because I want to be one of those people just fucking, just casually dancing, just getting drunk and letting the night happen to them. But like, that only happens to me like once in a while. Once in a while, I'll have a, hey, let me just hang out tonight. But most of the time, I'm like, I don't want to. Like, I go to this bar to be alone in public. That's what I do. My friends started showing up to this bar that they know I go to, and I was getting angry because I was like, I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to. I'm here to be by myself, okay? Just because there's people around me doesn't mean I'm not alone right now. Let me fucking drink. But anyway, I'm going way fucking off track. Anyway, I was at this place, and I was thinking, like, man, I don't want to be so bitter. Let me loosen up. I started, like, fake dancing a little bit. I started feeling the night a little more. And this birthday party that wasn't our party was happening right next to us. And it was a group of gay men and 2 women with them. And I start looking at this girl because she was fucking beautiful. She was very attractive. And she had a very cute smile. And she just, I don't know. It's one of those things where you just see somebody like, oh, who the fuck is that? You have that feeling? That's a good feeling, man. You have the, who the fuck is that feeling? Instead of, who the fuck is this? Those are really the 2 modes of dating. It's either who the fuck is that, and that's somebody who is gonna make your night awesome, or there's somebody who is near you and you're like, who the fuck is this? I don't want to know you. Please go. But yeah, she was standing there and I was looking at her. I was like, oh fuck, I was just like, fuck. That's what it was. Shit. And I'm very articulate. Oh shit. That's how my brain processes being into somebody. Oh fuck. Hey. So she's standing there and I'm trying not to stare at somebody. I don't want to be a fucking rude human being. So I'm like, talking to my friend, hanging out, and I casually keep looking over, and then I stop looking and I see her looking. And I'm not an asshole. You know what I'm saying? I'm not I'm confident enough. You know what I'm talking about? I'm confident enough to know that some people are into me, but I'm not confident enough to assume automatically that someone is looking at me. I think if you're a person who assumes automatically that every girl you're looking at is looking at you, I think you're definitely a douchebag. Because no, that's not true. You've reached a confidence level that is false. Because some people are not going to be into you. And it's not going to be personal. It's just going to be like, hey, we don't match up. So I'm having my quiet confidence of like, oh, maybe I think she might. And since I have a friend there, I go, I think this girl is looking at me. I could be crazy. That's how I felt. So my friend starts looking over. And then she keeps looking at me. And my friend starts to go, I think she's actually fucking looking at you. And all of a sudden, I got fucking butterflies in my stomach. I'm feeling sick. I'm like, oh, man, what do I do now? Because this is where I fuck up. If I'm sitting next to somebody and something weird happens, somebody's arguing about something or they're having a conversation or maybe I'm having a conversation with somebody else and I can bring someone in on that conversation, all those methods are fine. Once I'm in the conversation, I'm fine. But I don't have anything to say in the beginning. Like, even with this fucking podcast, I struggled with the intro. It goes back to, I want to jump straight into the 4-month relationship. I want to jump straight into the middle of this fucking podcast because the beginning of it was a struggle. And now I feel like I'm just hanging out, having a good time. And I want to be at the hanging out, having a good time. All right? I don't want to say hello. I don't want to say anything like that. I just want to be immediately into the, hey, we both want to fucking kiss each other's faces. Let's figure out if we hate each other as people. But you can't say that. That's the thing. Why can't I just say that to somebody? But that feels too aggressive. It feels too douchey. I don't know. But my friend was like, go talk to her, go talk to her. I go, what am I going to say? Because what am I going to say? And he goes, that's a good point. Because he doesn't know, he's in a relationship right now, but also like he doesn't know how to go up to people either. I don't know how to go. I'm fine. In every aspect of dating, I'm fine. I'm pretty okay, except for the going up to somebody and interrupting someone's night. Because that's what it feels like. It feels like you're interrupting someone's night. But then I'm at that point where I'm like, she's definitely looking at me. I gotta say something. What the fuck am I doing? So the most I can think of to say is, this is what I think of in my head as a good approach. I've never done this, but I'm like, this would work, right? I want to go up and go, you mind if I ask you a question? And if she says yes, then go, am I crazy or have you been looking at me? And then she'll either be like, no, and I'll go, all right, well, have a good night. That's the thing, too. If she said no, I haven't been looking at you. I'll go, all right, well, have a good one. But if she might have been like, yeah, I have been. And I'm like, sick, I've been looking at you, too. What's your name? That would have been a good approach, right? That would have been fucking fine, right? But I couldn't do it. I didn't know how to fucking... And also the thing that holds me back is, what are the odds that you're actually going to be into somebody? You know? What are the odds that at this bar I hate, I'm going to actually fall in love with the girl who's eyeing me, who's having a good time in a place that I fucking hate? You know what I'm saying? Even if I was like making jokes about like, oh, I hate this bar. 4 months in, you're talking to somebody and you're like, yeah, but I actually like that bar. I want to go back to that bar. I don't like the fact that you hating this place is not charming anymore because that's a place I'd like to go to. I don't know. All right, this camera only goes for a half hour, so this is going to be the end of the first half. I'll jump back into the thought I was having. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick break. All right, guys, we're back. This is fun, man. I'm a little scattered. I'm a little all over the place, but I'm having a good time. I don't know. This is going to be a thing I keep doing. I like this. Cleared my fucking head out. But yeah, anyway, so I keep looking at this person. I keep looking at her. And it becomes more and more evident that she's looking right at me. And I start looking right at her. You know the thing where you're like, are we looking at each other? So then both of you keep looking at each other a little bit longer to let the other one know I'm definitely looking at you. So we start staring directly at one another. And I start noticing she's got 2 dimples like I got 2 dimples. And I'm like, we should make this dimples a foursome of dimples, man. That's what I'm thinking in my head. This girl's cute as shit. What am I fucking doing? So then my friend's girlfriend comes over and she's like, we should get out of here. I don't want to be here anymore. And now it's a fucked situation because I went from being like, I fucking hate this place, I don't want to be here, to like, holy shit, this girl, it seems dope. Which nothing will make you stay out all night than seeing somebody who you're like, oh man, I want to fucking kiss that person's face. And that's all I'm thinking right now. It's like, why can't we stay for another 2 hours while I decide whether I'm gonna fucking talk to this girl or not? So now it's the moment of truth. It's do or die at this moment. And I'm drinking sodas at this point too, because the other night I drank so fucking much, doing the same thing, trying to be out and about, rolling the dice of life, being like, maybe I'll meet somebody tonight. I didn't meet anybody. It didn't happen. So now I'm being sober as fuck, and somebody's giving me direct evidence that I rolled double six. I don't know what's a good fucking roll of dice. Double snake eyes? No, that's definitely fucking bad. I rolled a 6 and a 5. That's good, right? And I'm lucky as fuck. This girl is happening to be looking at me, and I happen to be sitting there And if God exists, he's like, hey, asshole, get the fuck out of your seat and go talk to this girl. But then I start thinking in my head, I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to drink. I was so hungover all day today. I don't want to be drinking all night. And I knew if I started talking to her, I would start drinking. Because she's drinking, and I don't want to not, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get into a situation where she's wasted and I'm very sober, and then she's like, come here. And then I'm like, I don't want to, I don't want to do anything sexual with someone who's drunk if I'm sober, man. It's uncomfortable. My ex came over one time because I was just hanging out and she was hanging out with her friends, and she got very drunk and came over, and she kept trying to start stuff with me, and I literally went, I feel uncomfortable. There's just nothing attractive about someone being like, let's make out, when you're just like, I'm awake right now. I'm drinking caffeine right now, and you're swaying back and forth trying to kiss my fucking face, and you're hitting my cheek. Like, I don't want to do this. So I would have to start drinking. And so I'd start doing all that shit. I start giving myself all the reasons not to do it. I was like, I want to shoot this podcast. I want to start this podcast tomorrow. If I stay out all night with her, who knows what time I'm going to get fucking back. I'm going to waste a whole day. And for what? For a person who, even though we're eyeing each other, even though we think we're both cute, like, that doesn't mean much, you know? There's been plenty of times, and this goes for anybody. You know this is fucking true. There's plenty of times where you see someone who's cute, who is looking at you thinking you're cute, and then you go start talking to them, and you both go, oh, we don't fucking like each other as humans. Oh, we got nothing in common. And actually, you're a rude person. That happens a lot too. You start flirting, and you're like, oh, this person doesn't know how to flirt. They just know how to be fucking mean to you, and they think that's flirting. Or people tell jokes, and it's not funny, and then you're like, That's horrible. When you start talking to somebody, and you realize that, like, you don't find them funny in any way, and then you're just like fake laughing and going, how do I get the fuck away from this person? So all of those things are jumbling in my fucking head. Like I said before, I think too much, and that really hinders my just throwing myself into situations like this. So what happens is we're leaving, so I go to get my jacket, and at this point, I'm like, this is gonna tell me whether she's interested or not. This is so much fucking bullshit. This is so much fucking like, if I was listening to this right now, I'd be like, why don't you just go talk to her, you stupid asshole? So I get up and I walk across to go get my jacket. And she watches me walk across. And I get my jacket, I put it on, and then I walk back. And she watches me walk back. And then my friends leave, and then I am standing right behind her. We're inches away from one another, and I go to look at my phone, because that's what you do when you pretend you're doing something other than like going, I wonder if this girl's looking at me. So I look at my phone going, I think she might, I don't know. And she kind of does like a very, very slight, like, the slightest of, you gonna fucking talk to me, asshole? Or it was a combination of, this is what it was. It was, you better fucking talk to me before you walk out of this bar. And what happened was, in my brain, I went, oh, she has been looking at me. Oh, this girl likes me. And I was like, all right, that's enough. Then I fucking walked out. I was like, oh yeah, she was definitely looking at me. Oh, that's cool. She thinks I'm attractive. That feels nice. And then I fucking left. Oh man. But then I felt bad. I was like, I should have just said something to her. But I think that's good. I think it's good, because now I have that fucking regret. I have that regret deep inside my gut. So I think the next time someone's looking at me, I'm just going to go up and be like, have you been looking at me? And see what happens, man. What's the worst that can happen? She pulls out a knife and stabs me in the throat, and then I die. And then, you know what? I won't have to worry about anything anymore because I'll be dead. The worst thing that can happen is death. And once you're dead, you're dead. So who gives a fuck? Nah, man. But yeah, yeah. Should have fucking said something, man. And I guess I'm talking about this right now to be like, listen, if somebody's looking at you and you're looking at them, and it seems very, very much like you guys both are looking at each other, go up and fucking just say something. I think approaching somebody is fine if you come at someone genuine. Don't come at somebody like, you know, you look so fucking beautiful. Like, don't say that shit. Like, go up to them and be like, I don't know. See, this is where I fall apart. Because what am I going to go up and say, how's it going? Like, in an ideal world, for me, you would just go up to somebody and be like, hey, I find you very attractive. And then they would either say it back or not say it back. They would either be like, I find you attractive too. And then you'd be like, all right, what's your name? And then you start talking. Because then at that point, you're like, all right, we both know that at least physically we're into this. Now let's find out if mentally we want to kill each other. Like that's the ideal situation for me. But instead it's all of this game shit. It's all this, let me not quite say what I'm thinking, but let me also say what I'm thinking, and I'm not doing it anymore, man. Next time a girl looks at me, I'm going up and going, have you been looking at me? And if she says yeah, I'm going to be like, all right, awesome. What's your name? Because I've been looking at you too. And we'll see if that works. We'll see if she goes, my name's Sarah. Or if she goes, your beard sucks. Get the fuck away from me, you piece of shit. We'll see if she goes, leave me the fuck alone, dipshit. Yeah, I don't know. This fucking beard, man. This is the longest I've ever grown my beard out. And I feel strange about it. Having a beard is a constant back and forth of, oh, this looks fucking disgusting. You're up in the mirror looking at it, and you're seeing every spot where it's not filled in. And you're like, oh, this is fucking gross. And then you take a shower, and it's a little wet, and you dry it, and then you're like, nah, man, it looks good. Or you take like an Instagram fucking video of yourself, or like you take a picture of yourself, and you go, fuck, no, from this distance, my beard looks fucking good. But every time you get in that fucking bathroom, man, you're like, oh no, I look fucking disgusting, dude. You can't hide from every flaw in your fucking face when you're looking in the mirror. You can't. If you're a good person, that's what I'm saying. A good person is always a little bit insecure. That's how I feel. If you don't feel insecure about your looks to some degree, I don't like you. I think you're a weird person. I can't connect with anybody who doesn't look in the mirror and go, oh, my body sucks. You have to do that. You have to do that to be a person, to have your ego not out of control. There are some people who look in the mirror, I don't believe it, but there are some people who, I guess, try and give off that they look in the mirror and they go, I look fucking sick. 100% of the time, they think that. There's no way. There's no way. Not even serial killers think like that. Even serial killers fucking hate themselves enough to murder somebody. You know what I'm talking about? What kind of a fucking sociopath looks in the mirror and goes, I'm perfect? Don't come near me if that's how you think. If that's how you think, your posture is perfect. That's how I feel about you. Everybody I know who has perfect posture is an asshole. I don't That's going to, backfire on me because I'm going to eventually meet somebody with great posture and they're going to be awesome. But like right now my back hurts because I purposely sat on this apple box so that I would sit straighter, cuz really my natural mode of sitting is fucking. But my dad is 60 now, right? He's fucking 58. And whenever I see him, he's like this. And I go, dude, I need to start sitting straight because my dad looks like a fucking turtle at this point. I can't look like that when I'm old. I gotta fucking. Dude, so much with my parents right now is just like, is that genetic? My mom just loses the thread constantly. She constantly is like, I have conversations with my mom. I was talking to my mom about whether I was borrowing the car or not. And I go, I need to borrow the car. And my mom goes, where do you need to go? I go, I need to go to Connecticut. And she goes, well, if you leave at 6, that's not going to work. And I go, I didn't say I'm leaving at 6. Like, my mom fills in weird shit that I don't say. Well, it's 6 o'clock. I have to do something. All right, I'm leaving at 2, man. What are you talking about? Or my dad just can't remember shit. Like, their memory fucking sucks, and I don't want that anymore. I mean, that's part of the reason why I'm like, I gotta stop drinking, because I'm starting to be like, do I drink more than my parents did when they were my age? Because if so, they haven't drank that much in their life, and they can't remember shit at fucking 58. I want to be 70 years old. I want to be Larry David, man. I want to be 70 years old, still making a fucking great sitcom. That's what I want to be doing. I don't want to be like, my parents have the dumbest arguments. Oh, what are you talking about? Did you call Joe? Yeah, I called Joe. Did you ask him about the thing? What thing? The fucking thing you're supposed to ask him about. What is the thing? They just have like arguments where you're like, oh, you guys have been together for 30 years. Remember Samantha? Remember you said that to Samantha? I didn't say that to Samantha. Yeah, remember you told her. You told her that you didn't like her husband. Remember you said that? I didn't say that. You said that in 1973. You don't remember? I didn't fucking. Remember when Jake was 8 years old? Jake, what are you talking? We got a kid named Jake. And I'm just sitting there like, you guys need to shut the fuck up. They get mad at each other over like useless shit. Which goes back to my point again. I want 4 months in. I want to have the 4 to 6 months. And then I want to get the fuck out of there. Oh, man. All right, man. Maybe that's it for tonight. Or for today. This was a fun first podcast. My roommate's coming home any second now. So I got to stop fucking filming. Again. Wish I was alone, man. Fucking I have carte blanche to film all goddamn day. But you got to compromise with the roommate. So yeah, this was fun. I'll probably do another one next week. And if you're listening now, I'll see you then. If I'm just talking to myself, then see you to myself.
Jake, you're an idiot. Jake, you don't make any sense. Jake, you're a piece of shit. A piece of shit.